Ready. Be ready. Start. The respondents filed review application before the district forum in execution case number 96 of 2010 for review of order dated 29/5/2010. The district forum, vide its order dated 26/11/2010, dismissed the review application and found the respondents guilty for non-compliance of order dated 17/10/2003, passed in complaint case number 24 of 1998 and tendered for 3 months imprisonment of the respondents along with penalty amount of rupees 3,000 payable by them under provisions of section 27 of the Act. Being aggrieved by the above said order, the respondents filed appeal numbers 2082 and 2083 of 2010 before the State Commission, which were allowed by its order dated 37/2013 by setting aside the order dated 26/11/2010 of the District Forum. The State Commission observed that the District Forum has not adopted the procedure of summary trial at the time of passing the order of conviction and sentence imposed upon the respondents as provided under the Criminal Procedure Code 19734, non-compliance of order dated 17/10/2003, full stop. The State Commission also observed in its order that at the point of time the respondents were afforded an opportunity of being heard against the disobedience of the order dated 17/10/2003 of the District Forum, which is mandatory as per the provisions of subclause within bracket 3 of section 27 of the Act, and it has to try them by following the summary procedure by the District Forum empowered as judicial magistrate of the first class for the purpose of Code of Criminal Procedure. Thus, the State Commission has allowed the appeal of the respondents and set aside the conviction and sentence order passed against them, full stop, new para. The appellant, being aggrieved by the order dated 13/7/2013, filed first appeal numbers 645 and 646 of 2013 before the National Commission. The National Commission, vide its order dated 8/1/2014, dismissed the appeals, holding that there is no provision in the Act regarding the filing of second appeal under sections 27 or 27A of the Act. Even under section 21 of the Act, a petition filed against the order passed under section 27 of the Act and could not be entertained by it, as the appellant has no right and the National Commission has no jurisdiction to entertain such appeal, full stop. Hence, these appeals are filed by the appellant as she is aggrieved by the order of both the State Commission and the National Commission, new para. Mr. Sharma, the learned counsel appearing on behalf of the appellant, contended that the National Commission should not have dismissed the appeal of the appellant, as the same would render the appellant remedies for executing decree passed against the respondents who have till date not complied with the order dated 17/10/2003 passed by the District Forum, and even the same has not been challenged by the Shakti Awas Smiti Limited, and therefore the same has attained finality. It was further contended by him that by dismissing the second appeal of the appellant, the order dated 17/10/2003 would become ineffective and she has got no right to the fruits of the order, full stop, new para. Learned counsel for the appellant accused submitted that the learned special judge failed to appreciate the evidence correctly and erred in holding the accused guilty of the offences. Full stop. The SGL information concerning the securities repurchased by the UCO Bank on 5th April 1991 was received on 12th April 1991. Since there used to be a number of transactions by the clients, brokers, and the repurchased SGL information was received after a gap of about 1 week, a clerical and bona fide mistake was committed by the appellant accused in getting the securities credited into the SGL account number 065 instead of account number 032 of the UCO Bank. Full stop. There was no participation by the accused in any conspiracy to benefit accused number 3, Harsh Mehta. It was purely a clerical error that occurred in a casual way without any bad intention. Full stop. In normal way, the accused signed the covering note dated 13 April 1991, also signed by accused number 2, enabling the RBI to credit the securities into SGL account number 065. The accused appellant had no malafide or dishonest intention to commit any fraud or cause loss to the UCO Bank or to cheat it. Full stop. The mistake happened mechanically without the conscious involvement of the appellant. Full stop. It is also evident from the record that accused number 2 himself admitted in his statement under section 313 CRPC that it was who stuck off account number 032 and wrote account number 065 in the covering note. Full stop. Thus, the appellant cannot be charged with a severe punishment for a reasonable clerical mistake. New para. Learned Counsel also submitted that the appellant was not concerned with the routine work of the street branch of UCO Bank. Full stop. He was specifically entrusted the duties of redemption and reconciliation of securities. Full stop. While discharging those duties, when the appellant noticed the mistake, he immediately facilitated transfer of rupees 2 crores on 15 July 1991 from the account number 065 to account number 032 to set right the record. Full stop. Learned special judge has failed to appreciate the fact in a true spirit that the SGL transfer forms covering the securities sold by Harsh Mehta to the tune of rupees 15 crores from SGL account number 65 were not signed by the appellant and the appellant has no role in that transactions. Full stop. This fact itself clearly establishes that the appellant was not part of any conspiracy with accused number 3, but the special judge took a different and wrong view and erred by holding that the appellant transferred securities worth rupees 2 crores lying in the account number 065 to account number 032 to cover up the transaction. Full stop. There was no evidence on record to establish a link between the accused appellant and the accused number 3 forming a conspiracy between them, and the prosecution has utterly failed to prove this aspect, and therefore the appellant is entitled for benefit of doubt. Full stop. Further, the contention of the Learned Counsel is that the appellant was only an assistant manager of the bank and implementing the decisions taken by his superiors. Full stop. New para. Lastly, it was contended on behalf of the appellants that considering the fact that all the accused were co-villagers of the witnesses and well known from before, the naming of the appellants by only few of the witnesses and not all should have been treated to be a significant factor to grant acquittal on the basis of benefit of doubt. Reliance was placed upon the judgment of this court in the case of Malti etc. versus State of Uttar Pradesh AIR 1965 SC 202, wherein it has been held that no doubt trustworthy evidence of a single witness may be enough to convict accused persons to appropriate cases, but where a criminal court is dealing with evidence pertaining to an offense involving large number of offenders and large number of victims, it is usual to adopt the test of sport by 2 or 3 or more witnesses if they give a consistent account of the incident, full stop. The court approved such a test after noticing that it may appear to be mechanical, but its use in appropriate cases cannot be treated as irrational or unreasonable. In order to assist this court to apply such a test in the present case, detailed notes and charts have also been furnished to indicate individual cases of appellants in respect of evidence of eyewitnesses appearing against them, their weapons, and alleged specific role, full stop. Thank you.